2, 1, go. Hello, this is Regdrin.
And this is the other guy.
So, it seems that we've had at least a couple months of peace.
Yep, we had the great Xcom Christmas truce in which Xcom and the aliens together learned the true meaning of Christmas.
It stuck for, I don't know...
2 months.
2 months. Then either the ethereals or the warlike folly of man cut that whole peace thing off, and now we're here.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm glad that I didn't completely forget every useful habit in the game.
Yeah, that means this one is going to be less entertaining. Oh my!
Yep, that's a great start, isn't it?
They're right there.
They are so right there. That's why the ability to prime grenades beforehand is just great. Does this count as cheating?
No.
Okay then. Let's see if a heavy laser shot to the back will persuade this alien to mind its own business. Close enough. That was a knockout.
You sent him to another dimension.
No, it was actually a knockout. Although, this is XCOM, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some dimensional weaponry out there. Now, there are a lot of doors opening and closing in the background, so...
Blow up all the buildings.
Yeah. Well, that's gonna be part of the plan anyway. And yep, they are taking the upper levels.
So blow up all the buildings.
This is why, much like in Hotline Miami, you must always be aware of windows.
Mm-hmm. How many heavy lasers did you bring?
Just the one. He's a pretty good shot with it, but it turns out a hit to the front armor is not enough.
Well, you're going to have to get Grenade Man out of the way.
Well, yeah, okay, sure. I guess.
He's only carrying smoke grenades. He has no weapons at all.
That is correct. I forget whether that was on purpose or not. It's been a while. So that was the heavy laser hit and several laser rifle hits, and if the alien noticed, I can't really say for sure.
Don't worry, this'll do something.
Yeah, it turns out that the rail rifle was a bit too spicy even for that thing.
Bullets, my one weakness. How did you know?
I think we've established that these aliens are fairly tanky. So we're testing out a couple of new things. One of which is the flying suit.
Yeah, does the flying suit still give more armor than the power armor in this version?
Slightly, yes. The benefit of... Oh, well, there goes our scout tank.
Uh-huh.
The benefit of the grounded power suit is that it gives a lot of extra carrying capacity. So, I found this out after the fact, but those laser shots are actually very powerful. Those floating drones are the Gazer's terror unit. They're kinda glass cannon-ish for this point in the game.
Uh-huh.
Which is especially important because in this mod, power suits and flying suits are slightly weak against lasers.
Really now?
Uh-huh. So, standard procedures of being scared of everything that appears on the map is...
Continues.
Prudent. It is prudent. The other thing I'm testing out is that green sword. It is a plasma sword, and its stats look very promising.
Yay, now your XCOM trooper can star in a mediocre or forgotten fighting game franchise.
I think he'd rather be shot. So, have you done anything XCOM related during this hiatus?
Nope.
Nothing whatsoever.
Not a bit.
Well, neither have I. So, this angle of fire is very awkward. On the plus side, I have a weapon for which cover is not especially a problem.
Unfortunately, there's no such thing as XCOM insurance.
No line of fire? We can make one of those. There's not much left of the building, is there?
No.
I'm really glad that XCOM can get away with those kinds of shenanigans. So, we have our flying suit melee-based characters ready to storm up the building and take on the alien drone in close quarters.
Okay, so what kind of UFO is this? Is this a terror ship?
Yes, it is a terror ship that I shot down. The aliens will probably have something to say about this later on, but I just did not want another of those terror missions.
But they're fun for the whole family.
Yeah, for certain definitions of fun, like the Dwarf Fortress and AI War definitions of fun. Well, now when I say glass cannon, I meant relatively so. It's still a terror unit, and one laser shot is not guaranteed to have an effect.
So how come you don't have any rocket launchers?
Well, they are very unwieldy. Or however you pronounce that.
We'll figure it out eventually. Whoa!
Congratulations for discovering that alien. Now let's hope that it used up all of its counter shots there. Alright, I think that we have a decent idea of what it takes to take one down now.
And it's still a lot.
Yes, it is definitely a lot, bearing in mind that a rail pistol shot was enough to take down an ethereal, and this one required 2 rail rifle shots.
Mm-hmm. Why is he carrying a heavy laser and a rail rifle?
Because you never know when you'll come against a surprise sectopod.
I want to argue it about that, but I can't.
Okay, I'm glad you agree. We've already had the surprise blaster launcher.
Hey now, that was fun and exciting.
Yeah, I'm not saying that it isn't. So it seems that shooting down the ship was bad for its engines.
Who would have Oh,
and that is how we know that XCOM is working properly. Now I think that this particular exchange is going to demonstrate a certain disparity. The aliens can vaporize us while we, in turn, can only liquidate them. It's going to be a tough war.
Uh-huh. Oh, there goes... So, did any of the alien power sources survive?
Nope. Okay, so...
Are you going to stab that thing?
No. That's clearly a slashing motion.
Okay.
I don't know whether it took 2 sword slashes or just one of them missed, but either way. I still have some exploring to do with the outskirts, but due to the sound of the enemy turn, it sounds like most of them are in the UFO.
Climbing through the windows.
I don't think those windows are human-sized.
You know, you could go through the blown-up end of the UFO.
I I in fact plan to do that. I just want to approach it from more than one angle. So, let's go with standard careful smoke procedure, and also I'd like to note that putting smoke in front of UFO doors is a very good idea in general.
Oh, down it goes.
Yeah, they are decidedly less durable than the walking type aliens. But yeah, as you mentioned, I am going through one of the holes in the UFO. And I'm reasonably sure that you, of all people, know exactly how difficult it is to destroy UFO hull walls, so those engines must be really spicy.
I think UFO power sources provide some of the most damaging explosions in the game.
Uh-huh. Yet...
Whoa!
Oh, well...
There are a lot of buddies in there.
Your assumption is technically unfounded, but probability is on your side.
I saw 4 blasts coming from in there.
Yeah, that came from one weapon.
Oh!
Yeah, the aliens get some new stuff too. And it looks like the smoke was indeed helpful, because the drone coming out of there did not spot us.
But you can shoot it, right?
Well, sure. I just want to move Beta out of the way first.
So, you told them to uncrouch and then fire.
Well, yeah, that I admit that was not the best order of doing things, but it turns out that I'd had to uncrouch anyway because he had to move to get a line of fire. Mm-hmm. So there was actually no efficiency lost.
Okay.
It's a good thing that shot hit, though. I would not want to tangle with those laser cannons.
So aliens use lasers now, do they?
Yes. Well, technically they always did because sectopods, but now they have more users of lasers. So this is
Laser user is their character class.
Uh-huh.
Oh my, who's in there?
Not that one. That wasn't the one that shot anyway, because that's an alien laser rifle. Also, I believe that that plasma shot hit Nanami Tatari in the front of his power armor and still dealt some damage through it, which means it would completely melt anyone in a non-power suit.
Like I said, 4.
Well, so that's a very good first showing for the plasma sword.
So, what's their psi rating?
Oh, I see what you did there.
I'm sorry, I guess that wasn't the reference you were looking for.
No, it's okay. I appreciate it. No, aim better. Yeah, I know, Xcom, but still.
I'm sorry, you threw that pack of cigarettes in the way.
And the alien just decides to walk away and let that drone do something, I guess.
Hey, drones are expendable.
I would argue with you, except I am aware of my scout tanks or scout drones track record. Also, this motion scanner proved to be very useful in deciding when to go in and where to examine on the way in.
Yep.
Oh, apparently a shot even to the back is not good enough for these things.
Hopefully he won't notice.
He might not. His armor has proved to be very thick. So it looks like there's a hole in the ceiling, which is where those aliens were shooting from. I technically have the movement to go in and go all Highlander, and then the only thing stopping this maneuver is self-preservation.
Come on, I know you have enough guildmates for this.
Yes, but I don't have enough guildmates that are skilled at melee. You should have an idea of how difficult that is to cultivate.
Mm-hmm. So you blew something up in there?
Yeah, it was probably valuable.
Look, you're defending the Earth. Don't worry about it.
I gotta look at the long term, though.
Defending the Earth.
Oh.
No, now I'm just thinking of the commander in Xcom Enemy Unknown.
Oh.
Why shouldn't we blow up the aliens? Why should we capture aliens alive?
Yep. I mean, I agree with that idea sometimes. But we wouldn't have all these cool laser and plasma toys if we always took that approach. Alright, using this scanner as the first thing you do in the turn is very helpful so that your own movement doesn't cause its own blips and confuse everything.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like the only aliens were...
Oh, hello.
Right in front of me.
Don't worry, your laser rifle can take care of it.
Now,
no, it can't.
Apparently, it takes a lot. At least I wasn't dealing 0 damage. That's kind of reassuring. I guess the good news is that his aim will go up after this. That sort of thing is very good for aiming growth.
You need better laser.
I already have the best laser that can be made, though. Well, it's the move scanner is also helpful because if the dot is very large, that means the alien moved around a lot and probably won't be able to reaction shot you. Wow, okay.
Did the plan fail?
Part of it did, yes. So, one of the great things about the flying suit is that I can just fly up there,
Sorta guy.
and then, just go back. Yeah, I know you can see those aliens, that's the point.
Look, just get in there. Just get in there and do your thing.
Wow! I think we can safely conclude that the plasma sword is crazy strong.
Yeah, I think that's all you'll need to do for the rest of the map.
So, there is in fact a benefit to the extremely dangerous and difficult melee training in this game. You get to do things like that.
I've noticed, by the way, that the mutons haven't shown up.
That is correct. I think we might have pretty much skipped them.
How?
I don't know.
Either that or they're stronger this time.
I can't really say that that's impossible. Alright, so that is not a weak laser, but it just
Found stuff.
Well, the thing is, we can't tell for sure, and this is one of the things I really like about classic XCOM. You can never tell for sure whether you've actually hurt an alien. And I wish that was kind of kept in the later versions of the game.
Well, Enemy Unknown has its own way of letting you know that your equipment is not up to snuff.
I guess. Still, I think that was a very successful test of the plasma sword and the flying suit. So...
Hey, one of the power sources did survive.
Huh. Not the Illyrium, though. That's gone. Well, I think that's a nice warm-up. I will see you next time when I play around a little bit more with some new technology and see what we can get from it.
Alright.
Later.
Bye.
You